This is a review of factoring, so you've already learned this. We're just going to review and we're going to use this in solving quadratics tomorrow, but right now we're just going to review how to factor. So factoring is when we took the C value, our 10, and we said, okay, we could multiply 1 times 10 to get 10 or 2 times 5. And since this is a positive, signs are the same. Either both positive or both negative, and remember we're setting up the parentheses, and this is just when a equals 1 at the moment. We'll do a few of those examples first, and this is just going to be x and x. Signs are the same, and we need to add to get our b value, or add to get 7. So 2 plus 5 equals 7, so we know this will be plus 2 plus 5. We are done. That's all you have to do to factor. Now let's look at another example. Number 2. We will have x squared minus 10x plus 21. And we have our c value of 21. We have 1 and 21, or we can multiply 3 and 7. And this time, it's a positive, so signs are the same. Same sign again. But it's going to be both negative, so we know this will be x minus a number and x minus a number, because we just have 1 in front again, so x and x. They're both going to be negatives. And which ones add up to be 10? Well, we'd have to do negative 3 minus 7 equals negative 10. So this will be 3 and 7 to have our answer of x minus 3 and x minus 7. Let's do one more example when a equals 1. And we have x squared minus 2x minus 15. So we have negative 15 this time. So we have 1 and 15. And 3 and 5, and this time the signs are different. So x plus a number, x minus a number. We have one positive and one negative. And this says that our negative is going to be our bigger number, and that it's going to subtract to be negative 2. So if we're looking over here, 1 minus 15, nope, that's negative 14. 3 minus 5 gives you negative 2. So we have our numbers of 3 and our minus 5. And we're done factoring it. And that is for when a equals 1. Here's a few examples when a does not equal 1. So a does not equal 1 examples. So this is example number 4, and you have 3x squared plus 19x plus 20. And we are going to have our two different sets of parentheses still, but this time we have a 3. So this can be broken down into 1 and 3. So one of them is going to be 3x, the other one's just going to be x. This last sign out here says they're both going to be the same, and the one in front of the 19 says they're both going to be positive, so we know that much already. And then we still break up our 20. We have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. And we need to figure out which ones are going to go here. And you may not know right offhand. You might have to use, we have to use the guess and check method. So let's just try to use 4 and 5. And let's see. Okay, 4 times x is 4x. We just need to check the middle numbers. Okay, 3x times 5 is 15x. When we add 15 plus 4, that gets our 19x. And that is what we wanted. So we know that 3x plus 4 times 5 plus, or x plus 5 is going to be the numbers that we use. And that was, we were lucky that we guessed it on the first time, so we can fill in strongly that this is a 4, this is a 5. If you do not get this number up here, maybe try switching those numbers. You can use the combinations of 2 and 10 or 1 and 20. A lot of times I start with down here because that's what a lot of your problems are going to be. Okay, let's look at another example. Number 5, we have 2x squared minus 15x minus 8. And again, we can tell that it's going to be, this broken up is the 1 and 2, so it's one of them's going to be 2x, the other one's just x. This says the signs are the different, so, and we don't know if plus is here and minus is here or vice versa. We do not know yet. So we have to break up the factors of 8. So we have 1 and 8, 2 and 4, and those are the only factors of 8. And you can just take a wild guess of which one it is. And we can just guess that we'll try the 2 and the 4. So we'll put plus 2 here, minus 4 there. Just, it doesn't matter. Just guess. This is 2x. This will be minus 8x. Oh, we get negative 6x. That means those numbers are not correct. And it's not positive of it, so it's not like we can just switch the signs. So let's try 4 and 2. So this will be 4x this time. This will be minus 4. That gets you 0x. That does not work either, so we know 2 and 4 are not going to be our factors. So let's try 1 and 8. 1 times x is just x. 2x minus 8, or times negative 8, is negative 16. And the x, and that gets us negative 15x. And that is what we want, so we know these factors are correct. 2x plus 1 and the factor of x minus 8. So you might have to guess a couple times, but normally you'd guess it right on the first or second try. Let's do one more example, just to review. And we have 4x squared plus 2x minus 42. So now this can be broken up into 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. And you can just take a guess of what it would be. Let's just guess 2x and 2x, because a lot of times it's broken up. And this says the signs are going to be different. So one's going to be a plus, one's going to be minus. And since they're both 2x, it'll be the same. And then we need to find factors of 42. So we have 1 and 42, 2 and 21. Let's see, 3 and 14. 4 will not work. 5 won't work. How about 6? Yeah, 6 will be 6 and 7. So, and again, it's just a guess. So let's just try the 6 and the 7. So let's put 6 here and 7 here. Let's just try. 6 times 2 is 12x. 2x times 7 is negative 14x. This will give you negative 2x. Oh, hey, we're so close. We want positive 2x. All that means you do then is go back up to these signs and flip them. So have minus here and plus here. Now we get negative 2x plus 14 equals positive 2, and we know that this is our factors. If you have questions, feel free to email me.